Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Let's start sharing screen. I've looked at Forex Factory, nothing on today. There's NZD, Canadian and GBP news tomorrow on the red flag, just after midnight. My time, 1:45 is New Zealand dollar. I will be on Tokyo tonight at 10 to 2, just before Tokyo opens. That's my time. So I was looking at Euro USD on HourGlass. I'd had a look at the prices on here, and they're quite low today, apart from Euro USD. It might be slightly different on the broker you're using. That's what I was just looking at before we came on, but I said that I wanted, looking on the currency strength meter, I've got the euro weaker than the dollar, and I had the, although now the DXY's changed to a put. We've still got on the euro 43, the top currency pair, 43 to US dollar 66. So I was just waiting for, I wanted to take or look at taking a put on the euro 3 minutes ago on the DXY. It said a put because the payouts are quite low. It was a call 8 minutes ago at 341, and I was hoping it would go back up to 348, but it's now called a put at 339. So it's lost some more strength. So you can see it's just consolidated along the middle there until our open to New York session proper. It's just given us that put with 1 minute 13 left to go. We are overbought. Relative strength index pointing up, so we want that up a little bit more, and then cross down. There's a line of resistance here at the 370. That was the 438 sort of area, but it's failed to get back up that high. Now, the problem we do have, though, is that the 200 EMA is cutting through the middle. So that means that we've got consolidation going on, because the Bollinger Bands will be narrowing. So we don't like trades where they're doing that. So I'm going to have a look again at, what have we got here? 65% USD JPY. Euro JPY 68, Australian dollar US dollar 60. So it's all quite, there's AUD CAD at 72, but I never trade that. Oh, GJ, what's GJ doing? That's only at 61, so it's all quite USD CAD. Sometimes, not very often, look at that. USD CAD at 85%, that means it's going to be volatile. Let's have a look on TradingView. Ask any questions in the chat, anything you want to know about anything to do with this strategy. So we've got, it says hidden bull. Let me look at the currency strength meter. They're sitting at parity really in the middle. That's why it's so volatile, I suppose, because it could go up or down. Back to HourGlass. Oh, again, sorry, what am I doing? USD CAD, changed it round. We had a put, then a call. We've got the US dollar at 63, Canadian dollar at 36. So the dollar is strong. So you want your DXY to be a call, if possible. And we're coming up to that 15-minute candle. I'll just have a look at the chat. you always trade with the EMA line is above? Do you only take trade puts? Yes, that's what we are taught, is to take great notice of this thick red line. So if it's below, because it's measuring on a rolling basis the previous 200 bars or candles, it's showing you over slightly longer term that price wants to go up. Therefore, if you are taking a put or a sell, you're going against the trend. And we always say in Forex trading, the trend is your friend. And you'll notice Les say this as well, that, you know, he likes to trade with the trend because it gives us, it increases our probability of success to trade with the trend. Certainly when I've watched Matty Pips, if they're flicking through for a setup and he sees the moving average in the middle, then he says this is not a good setup because it's consolidating. Now, of course, as Les said yesterday, sorry I wasn't on this morning, something else to deal with, but it you can take calls or puts if price is consolidating. If it's trending upwards, then you're you could say you're better off taking a call. Just be aware that you are trading a pullback, you're trading against the trend if you take a put, and vice versa. If the red line, if we've got the red line, that's consolidating. That's at the bottom. Let me see if I can find one with it at the top. That's at the bottom. DXY is the call now. Let me see if I can find one that's that's at the bottom. So they're all pushing up. USD Chef, I never trade that. That's in the middle. NZD USD, that's in the middle. Consolidation. GBP USD, that's kind of getting near the top. So assume this is at the top. It's kind of cutting through, but the Bollinger Bands are narrowing and price is at the top. So what the story that's telling you is that it looks like, so better off if it's above the Bollinger Bands, but let's pretend it is. So I can't find one where it's actually above at the moment. Then it's acting as a ceiling, pushing price down. So the trend would be down over a longer period of time than this 5 minutes, because it's measuring 200 candles. So you're better off trading with the trend and taking puts. So the trend is downwards. So market can be trending upwards, trending downwards, or consolidating. And you get an expanding market where the banks are buying and selling against each other. Normally I experience that when Tokyo's coming into London, they're testing which way they want to push the market, particularly on a Monday, you'll get that. So that's why a lot of the big traders, you'll see a lot of their schedules are blank on a Monday because the market's got to settle down for the week. Just see what's on that. Oh, that's okay, no problem, pleasure. Let's come back to this. So we're just coming up to the 15-minute candle. I'm going to look briefly at USD CAD. It's not one that I normally look at, but the payouts are not very good on this session today. I don't know why. There it is. USD CAD is saying, it said a call twice, and you can see the US dollar is 61 to 42. So it was a call at 287, then a call at 277. So it's just hovering around this area here, is oversold. The RSI hasn't quite reached the bottom. It's just flatlining a bit. We've got the 200 exponential moving average, meaning it's weighting price towards more towards the current end, rather than just averaging it out equally across the 200 candles. So that's it's more like a seesaw, gives it more in our favor. We haven't got a B. We've got it coming off that, there's that 258, 282 area. So there's our line of support, about 258. And that matches up with this area back here as a sort of a zone, because usually it's sort of a little zone area. So that was resistance, and then it turns into support, resistance again, support, and we've got support again. So let's come over and look on here. Just check I'm on the right one. We're just off that. So it has moved up very strongly in London. This is your crossover between the London and the New York brokers. So there's our New York Open proper, and it's pushed up to the half hour and then down half hour, coming down to the hour, but it's still pushed down a bit. It's got that strong line of resistance there. It's I'm on the 5 minute here. It's just off that 269 level, but you can see the middle of here at 293, just pushing down again now. It does say hidden bull. So normally I'd expect New York to reverse what's happened in London. It doesn't always do that, but that is normally why it's known as the New York reversal. So I'm just wondering, and it is volatile if the payouts are higher, whether it does now want to push down, though that is the 15-minute candle. So it is what price are we here? Look, you look here on the right, so 277, and it's been down 270. So that was the area that it was playing at on both those last two 5-minute candles. If you remember, 287, 277. There's the 15-minute. 284, dropped down 2 minutes into it to 271, but it is now moving up. So, oh, and it's 85%. So a very nice trade, but if you had got in, you would have 15 to 17, you would have had to have rolled over if you got in at the 15-minute. Because it did dip right down 2 minutes into the 5-minute candle. You could have then taken, an alternative is to take a better position if you trust the trade.com, and it has moved up nicely. So we're now in the last minute of that 5-minute candle, and it says, oh, look at that. Yeah, and that's why you don't want to roll over too much, and it's very volatile. So that's where timing is so crucial, isn't it? Because you would have been all right. So 15, if you got in bang on the sort of 15 and it had dipped down at the 17 and you'd rolled over, you'd be in it till the 21. So you might now be 15, where was that? Up here. So that's where the volatility comes in, because if you'd rolled over and then you're at 21 minutes past, you can see it's dropped down again. So I suppose you could say in these high volatility ones, sometimes test out doing 2-minute trades. I know we say with Al Woods, he's always doing 2 minutes and always having to roll over. But I think this is an example where 2 minutes would have probably fared better than 3 minutes. You might have lost on 3 minutes on this one. So we're stuck between lower payouts, and then these high payouts are very tricky, or can be very tricky. So something cleared. Euro JPY, one rollover. Oh, well done. That's brilliant. Euro JPY. I've just done a new scan on that, so perhaps we'll have a little look at that. That's at 68%. Yeah, good, good. That's a good one. Because this is, and you can see there, it is saying buy, we are oversold, we're 20 minutes past, we've got moving average in our favor, currency strength in our favor. Check what the DXY is doing. So that is actually a put. So you want that to change to a call, because that's saying it's still dipping down against its, being measured against the basket of currencies, more than one, there's about 5 or 6 of them. We've had a call at 277, a call at 268, so it's just dip down, and the previous one, if you remember, was 287, something like that. So it's still driving down, but we want a call on the DXY. We've got the currency strength in our favor, 63 to 42. We've got a cross up, a cross up. We haven't got a buy. We've got the EMA in our favor, and we've got price using that level at 261 as a level of support there, which was previously this level of resistance. So as Taylor said the other day, you can come over to your tools on the left, and you can put your own line on. It does say, that says 268, but as we know, it's a zone. I'll just change that to party pink. So there's our level across those wicks where price has turned into resistance. There's one that's just gone up there, but if you look below, it says hourly. That's an hourly push up. It said 1400 hours my time there. So there's our line of resistance, turns into support there, resistance, support, resistance, and then just behind there, that level of, it becomes level of support again. So we'll leave that on at the moment, and we've got 2 minutes left of this candle. Then we are coming up, remember, to the half hour, and this is a volatile pair. So if you do get into this, which I'm not predisposed to, at 25 minutes past, and we don't like to get into trades at 29 minutes past, we'll wait till 31. So I suggest we don't take this before the half hour. We wait for the half hour, but the choice is yours, or if you're new or you're practicing, you can do it on very low, very light risk, or on demo. And that is that quarter theory line at 250 there. 281, 250, which is right in our zone, actually. So you could find that price wants to dip down. Yeah, it's just touched it on that wick. I was going to say it wants to dip down, and we've got a line, a blue line of resistance there, as well as the orange dotted line, the quarter point. So it has touched that. And it is coming up now, last 5 minutes before the half hour. So if it holds on that line, we could take a call, but it is quite volatile. And we've got that line at 190, which matches up with that line of resistance. So but it will struggle. It'll have to try and break through that. So here you see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, half an hour there, and then it pushed down there, found a low, but took off again. So I don't know if the dollar's weakening. I have now got the US dollar is sitting behind, lower, both similar. US dollar weaker than the Canadian dollar. So US dollar, so keep an eye on the DXY, US dollar losing strength. 264, it was at 268. We've got the US dollar now at 60, Canadian dollar 42. You can see it's not moving very much. It's in the oversold area, oversold, but that does say B for buy. It's giving us a call at the 264, 26 minutes past now, so it might want to drive down for the next 4 to 5 minutes. So if you get the DXY here as a call, and after the 30 minutes we get another call, It may come down a bit further. It's got that line there at 2228, which is this line of support here. 228, it's at 253, but it's just touching that quarter point, so it needs to decide whether it's on its way down or just going to tap it and then move up. So whilst that's brewing, we'll come over and look at Euro JPY. So Euro JPY in London did a big downward move. It's just cleared out these candles here on the buy at that 130,500 level, and so it's balanced that out, and it looks like it's on its way back up with although having said that, let me just show you, because I just literally drew that about half an hour before coming on. There was a new scan on the hourly on Euro JPY. So on the hourly, Euro JPY is trending down. There's that big candle, which was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big push up for your Elliott wave. So that was forming the D point up near that upper quarter theory at 131. And it's now moved 50 pips down. So it is just going to get stuck between 648 and 500. It's in one of what I call these little cheese wedge traps. It's got, that's a shorter moving average, so it's between 540 and 642. And on the 5 minute, it's just tapping that, so that means it's going to come down from that. This is a current more closer moment of time, 636 and 500, because it doesn't like that moving average, and it is pushing it down. As you can see, price likes to come up and rest on it. And show you on the 1 minute. Now on the 1 minute, it's moved above it, which is the current moment in time. So the current moment in time, it's operating between 577 and then I'll come back and look at it on CASHTRAP, and 633, and I'm looking at that level there at the moment. So, but that's its upper level, 645. So 645 to 500. So come back to our hourglass. Let's just check on the half-hour candle. USD Canadian dollar oversold. The RSI still pointing down. Moving average in our favor. We haven't got a buy. We've got it off this midline. It's just below the midline, and it's just 248, and it's just moving up. Oh gosh, that's just shot up. It's the problem with talking. We close that that one. Euro JPY, and I wanted to look at USD CAD. We are at 31 minutes and a half into the new 5-minute candle. 238. 238 was its lowest point. 244, it is moving up now nicely. And that was at the 31, that was 1 minute in. And it called it at 248. So that point there. So it just shot up. So if you had taken that for a call, dip back down 1 minute in, it's moving up, and we are at 2 minutes. So it would have been about 3 minutes. So it depends when you got in. So you got in dead on the half past. It would have been fine, and still fine now. It's forming these higher lows, as you can see. It's up at 261. So that worked out okay on that one, I think. Should have been okay. It's just dipping, you know, it's that just dipped down again now. 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left. I'll come back to look at it on here briefly. And there it is. It's just dropping now below that quarter point. So price does now want to go down. We did have the Dixie as a call. So we should see that now changing to a put. It's weaker on there. It's right up in the overbought area. It does look like it's losing strength. Still got it as a call coming up twice. 248, 264, and that was the last one, and then 248. 1 minute left of this 5-minute candle after the half hour. So according to this, it's another buy, another call coming up off that line. But what worries me is that we are now below this. It's struggling on this line. So it can do a lot of spiking. It's just come down to that line of resistance, support there, sorry, support at 230. 230, 220, which is this line here, and you can see what it did there. So for 15, 20 minutes or so, just playing in that range. And then if we look, so this can make it quite tricky. So the good news is if it's going to go below, you've got a strong ceiling on that 250 area. But you have to judge your entries quite well, and it can get spiky. So there it is at the 238 area. There's the candle close. 238 to 250 is what it's playing in, and there it meets up with that line there on the crossover between the sessions. That gave it its line of support, and it's using that again. So as I say, volatile. And down here on our divergence, it's still saying hidden bull, meaning the trend is still up. So it's tapped this area, and that is telling us, although the further back it goes, the weaker it is. It's saying call here on our DMI, and we have still got our moving average below. But this is a critical area for it in terms of taking what entry one takes. So it's 237, 236. If I just mark that up. Find the 250. and then the 2-3. That's 2. I've got that at 228. So I'm using that line there, which was support. It formed a lower line of support there. It looks like it might want to pick that up now. Let me just get another copy of that. So that's that line there at 181, which is off our Bollinger Band edge. So if you took it at the body of that one, and you've got the wick there, so you've got a little zone there. That's at 190. And we can see the US dollar's lost a bit of strength there, 59 to 46. It was a call at 232 3 minutes ago. It's in our oversold area, oversold. We've got moving average in our favor. If it hits off this 191 and gives us a call, we could take a call, although the dollar has lost some strength, and on the hour, it's pushed down strongly from the hour to the half hour. It's more volatile. I don't always trade, well, I very rarely trade this. I do keep an eye on it, but I can't remember the last time I traded it. But that does look to me like if we got a call that it could be that it will do a little pullback till that to that 250 area. So please manage your own money and take your own decisions on these trades. You don't have to do nothing, as DL Wood says. I'm just giving you trade ideas, and I'm not a professional trader or anything like that. So just on the journey, the same as you guys. So that's given us the cross up on the stochastic, but our relative strength index is still strongly going down, and we really need that to turn in our favor. Sorry, it's just behind the symbols there. I can't move my mouse over it, or you can't see it, but that bottom grey line is still pointing down, and you don't want to take trades where you've got these doing the opposite thing, really, because that says strength is still weakening, and even though stochastic, which is a momentum indicator, says price wants to go up. We can still see a red bar. The candle is still red behind the green call arrow. So let's see, 12 seconds to go before it changes. Oh, and that's why we've got this long wick, very long wick down to the 184 area, which is hitting with that. So that's the volatility, because there's no volume there at all. It's just sat really at the 239 area to the 250. And that's why it's given you that variance, although the RSI has now pointed up. But that was why that was pointing down, that was pointing up, because you had the probes going up and down, no volume in the market. It was just testing either side. So quite an unusual one for us to witness on a live session where we're doing some deep analysis, but that's why your bars reflected that, because it did both in the 5-minute candle. It went from 252 down to 178 or thereabouts. So it is now pushing up now. Call at 231. US dollar 53, Canadian dollar 44. The DXY is a call. It's just flatlining at the 228 area. So as I say, it's not one that 231, not one that I trade very much at all. It's just tapped that 250 and is still heading down, even though it was a call. So that's the volatility of it. it really doesn't like that area, and it wanted to push up, but it is going down. So it's evening that out, I think, because that looks like that's an M formation there. So it's, and there's that wick off that quarter theory again, 1540 candle there. So even though the EMA is below, this is why the payout's higher, because of the volatility on it. Let's just see where it is on the broker. 235, 38, where was it at 40 minutes? It was up at 252, just above that quarter point, and yet it gave us a call. It gave us a call at 231. 231, so we would have been, there's that 231, and if you look at vertically down, there's my 40-minute mark. So it gave us a call there, but actually it couldn't sustain it, so it only went up for a minute, 41, and then there's our second minute. It's dropped down to 216. And now at 214. So that's the volatility when you're dealing with the very high payouts. I haven't seen things up at 85% for a while. So I'm just going to look down at Euro USD at, I'm going to go back to Euro USD 72. Price at 483. We're coming up to the quarter to the hour. Oh, and strongly down now on USD CAD. But I don't, it's probably settled down now, but it's just coming up to meeting that. Now this is a great one. Look at this. Got the 200 moving average. It's just wicking off top line of resistance and a quarter theory. That looks very good. I've got a hidden bear there, that a 72% payout. That looks extremely good on the 15-minute candle to think about a put. Keep an eye on your DXY, that it's moving in the direction you want it to. So 4 minutes ago, we had a put at 422. That's at 487. That'll be your 500. It is cutting through the middle, but it's just meeting the top end of that Bollinger Band now. It's overbought. We haven't got currency strength in our favor, but we've got a lot going for us according to that chart. And we're off that 200 EMA and the Bollinger Band, and that is at 487. We've got, it's just going to change now on the candle. Let's see if it gives us a put. DXY, we want to be a call. It's given us a put at 485. The euro is weaker. Cross down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got about a 7-point trade. So I've gone in at 491, and I've got it's 45.18, so it's just pushed up a little bit of momentum going on there. But I do strongly believe that is going to tank. And let me look on here. It's just tapping that quarter theory line. And on HourGlass, we've got cross down, 1, 2, put, and the red arrow, 3, 4, got the Bollinger Band 5, the moving average 6, and the currency strength. So we have actually got 7-point trade, and that has sniper entry, absolutely tanked, absolutely deep in profit. If you took that one, that was an absolute no-brainer, fantastic trade, that one. So I hope you got in on that. I've got 47. I've got a minute and a half left in the trade. We'll just wait for that one to play out. I don't know if anyone's got any questions. Let me just look at the schedule for you guys. Diane can't get on. That's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate you all coming on. I really do. So today we've got Taylor Money Marks I've got at 5 p.m. UK time, and Brandon Boyd with Dr. Josh Lee at 6 p.m. UK time. Strongly recommend you please do go on the Josh Lee training channels. And then I will be on at Tokyo at for open of the market at 10 to 2 my time. So that's 2 a.m. UTC plus 2. Dialwood's on at 3 a.m. my time. 3 to 4, is that right? Yeah. Matty Pips at 5, so UK time is 4. Just check on the Google sheet. So quite a lot going on overnight tonight as we hit the midweek mark. So that's cleared very nicely. I'm going to stop the share now. Well done, Gabor, win. Well done, Danny, cleared. Yeah, excellent. So thanks very much for joining. I really do appreciate you, and I'll try and sort. I'll restart Zoom. That's what I'm going to do. Restart Zoom, see if that resets the personal meeting room. Thanks for that. I'll get it sorted eventually. You're very welcome. Thank you ever so much for joining. I appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.